Hello and welcome to Missing Mouse Podcast. I am Gary Howard. Thank you for joining me. And this is a podcast about missing people, unsolved murders. And I'll put it out there that I'm just a truck driver. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that I am going to solve these murders or find these people. I hope to. That would be amazing if I could be driving down the interstate or pulling to a truck stop and find these, but that is not my goal of this podcast. It is to just put the information out there so maybe somebody who listens to this might know something, might want to say something. So, where are we at today? I try to find cases like my other podcast, Truck Stop Murder, around where I'm currently at. And currently, I am outside of Jackson, Tennessee, and we're going to talk about the case of Bethany Leanne Markowski. She went missing Sunday, March 4th, 2001, in Jackson, Mississippi, after she was last seen going into a mall. But yet, at the time of Bethany's disappearance, said she and Bethany's father, Larry Markowski, were going through a divorce. She and Bethany had moved a couple hours away from their family home in Gleason, Tennessee, to live with Joni's sister in Nashville. That'll be her mom. Bethany's father, Larry, had been granted court order. They were going through divorce at the time, like I said, if I said that. But they were granted court order visitation rights to see Bethany. Joni said he was allowed weekend visits and phone calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. She is a female with white, brown hair, green eyes. Currently, she'll be 34. On my Missing Miles Facebook group page, I will put up pictures of her, or also on the description I would do that as well. She went missing when she was 11. At the time of her disappearance, Bethany was 11 years old, 4'8", weighed 95 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. Right now I'm going off. This is on Solve the Case. Now it says green eyes and blue eyes, so I you decide. I'll put pictures up. Blue jeans. She was with a green shirt, wearing a green shirt, blue jeans, and black shoes. At the time of her disappearance, she was missing her baby molars. So Joni said that because she had a personal restraining order against Larry, she could not drop Bethany off with him on weekends. So on Friday, March 2nd, 2001, Joni said that her sister, Bethany's aunt, took Bethany and dropped her off with her father for the weekend. According to Joni, Bethany and Larry spent the weekend in both Gleason and a few hours away in Little Rock, Arkansas. Joni says she spoke with her daughter on Sunday morning, March 4th. She was last confirmed to be seen the day before in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I watched an interview on YouTube that this was the second visit after their separation. This was actually the second visitation. The first visitation went good, that they thought, but before the second visitation, Joni said that her daughter Bethany was really not wanting to go. She was like, "What happens if he don't bring me home?" And her mom was like, "Well, by law, she has to bring him home." And she kept worrying about it. She kept worrying about it. I don't know what happened. She didn't say or anything was spoken of what went on during that first visitation. But yeah, Bethany Markowski, then 11 years old, was last seen by her father. This is what he says. In her father at a parking lot of the Old Hickory Shopping Mall in Jackson, Tennessee. On the afternoon of March 4, 2001, Bethany had gone into the mall alone with her father waiting in the car. After approximately 2 hours passed, Bethany's father went into the mall to look for his daughter. She was going in there with her friend. She was looking for a friend, but was unable to locate her. Investigative efforts were revealed that Bethany was last seen after a trip in Little Rock, Arkansas, and was not seen on any kind of surveillance footage, cameras, or anything going in or out of the mall. So they didn't. She was not seen at the mall, but Larry was seen at the mall. So there's verification Larry was there, but there's no verification Bethany was there. Bethany Markowski would be 20 at the time of this was created, 29, but she's 34 now. At the time of her disappearance, so we'll go with this again. 4'8", weighed 95 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information on Bethany's case, please contact the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI FIND, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation Find, or 1-800-824-3463. If you want more information about this case, you can go to the Doe Network. There's something on her on there. NCIC entry. All this, there's links. If you go to the app Solve the Case, I don't think it's an app, it's a website. You can look up all this information. Her case is 2001-1, missing person. Now, from here on, this is where I'm gonna find a lot of my case. She's on NamUs entry. I don't know why I got thinking that. I thought NamUs was for unidentified bodies. Also, a family contact. But the timeline on here, like I said, March 4, 2001, Bethany was reported to have gone into the mall while her dad napped in the car. Like I said, she was going in there to visit her friend that lived in town. I guess they were already in the mall. This is what he claims, even though there's no footage of her going in this mall. Friday, March 2nd, 2001, Bethany is dropped off for a visit. I said it backwards. Friday, March 2nd, 2001, Bethany is dropped off for visitation with her father. And then from there, last time she was actually seen was in Little Rock, Arkansas, other than from her dead father, besides Larry. It was March 4th, so 2 days later. So what happened between March 2nd to March 4th, from the visit, from the time he picked her up to the time she was last seen in Little Rock until this mall visitation? Did something go wrong? Did he decide that he wanted to keep her and she tried to fight back? I'm just making assumptions, but because right before the second visitation, Bethany was scared of going with her dad because she was super scared that he would not bring her back. So something happened on that first visitation that scared her. Maybe she said something because of the restraining order. It seems like Larry might have been a violent person where they couldn't even be around each other. Sometimes I've seen this a lot on the road because I'm a truck driver. Sometimes I see in different parking lots where I see parents dropping, swapping off kids. I even seen one time they're swapping out a cat. That would be me and my wife. We have a bunch of animals, and of course we both love all our animals, so we'll definitely have to be a swap and mate for our kitties. But there you go. If you have any information about that, just like I said, contact the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Links to, I think she has a Facebook group. I'll look up that. I should have looked it up right. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause and look that up right now. There was a Facebook group. It's Help Find Bethany Markowski. And I'll put the link on that on the show notes. And you look, the last time they updated was 3 hours ago. They updated a cute picture of her where she was a baby. And you could follow all the discussions. I have horrible cell phone signal. Right now I'm at Tyson's, and you can see at this chicken, but my signal is horrible. I'm surprised I'm able to even record this. So I can't really go over much of the Facebook group because it's not coming up. But I'll end it at that. I'll leave the link to the Facebook group show notes along with everything else. Also, keep in mind I do have another podcast called Truck Stop Murder and True Crime Podcast where deals in more solved cases. And also next year, the True Crime Podcast and Paranormal Festival is in Boston. I don't have the dates because I'm not even going to try to look that up. But show notes, all the links will be in my show notes on my social media pages and to the True Crime Podcast Festival and to Bethany's Facebook page. And I'll end it with that. Hopefully we find her safe and sound, and keep in mind always stay safe.